Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And tonight I will continue my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition urban solo adventure using the Scarlet Heroes solo rules for urban adventures. And I don't want to do a long recap because you can just watch the previous sessions, and I highly encourage you to. So we will jump straight back into the action. So we learned an important fact last session. We got a hint about a possible old temple that was once used to worship Gamash, and so now what we will do, we will spend one of our clues. We have this metagaming currency, the clues. We will spend a clue to initiate an action scene, because you can only do action scenes if you spend a clue. And I will spend a clue. So it is 9 o'clock in the morning the next day after I took my long rest. So I am at full HP. And I spent a clue to initiate an action scene, and it'll be action scene number 2. Which says, despoil or ruin a sanctum or safe house belonging to the foe. Roll a die. On an odd result, face a fight as well as the check. Alright, so the safe house or sanctum that I will ruin or despoil will be the building I learned about in the temple. So I will infiltrate it and try to destroy what I can inside of it and learn what I can. But first I need to see if I will be also facing a fight instead of, or in addition to a check. So I am rolling a D6, whatever, and on an odd result I'll face a fight. And it's an even result, it's a 4. So I am lucky, so I will not face a fight. So I just need to make a check. And now there's one thing here. Normally you could say, all right, so I'm entering a building now, so let's do like a mini dungeon crawl with me actually exploring a building randomly generated. Yes, you could do this. However, this is not how, when you use these procedures for urban adventures, how it is supposed to go. So here it'll be more of an abstract thing, because the thing here is that you always do checks and maybe fights or both, and if you pass the check you win the scene and gain a victory point. So it's more abstracted, more compacted. So now I will not do some sort of dungeon crawling. However, I will of course do another skill challenge, and I'll pick skills that might be useful to infiltrate a safe house, and also to discover what might be useful to destroy, like maybe some ritual books that detail procedures or whatever. So this is what we will do. So the location of the safe house, it is in the old slums, which is this section right here, if I'm reading the colors correctly. So I'll just say it'll be in this building block right here, and it'll be in the basement of the building, because like I said, Flan was destroyed several times and rebuilt, so there's lots of structures built upon another. So there is some larger undercity complex here, which includes this safe house. So I already prepared this. So let's do the skill challenge. So no fight. Skill challenge. Alrighty. So let's pick some skills. So it's got to be at least 3, but I might even use some more. So let me get my one-page rule sheet out here and take a look at the skills. So of course we will need, I already know that, we will need stealth to get in unseen stealth. Alright, so stealth. And we will also need religion to discover what might be useful to destroy or steal or take with us so that some ritual cannot be completed. Religion. And we'll also need, of course, because we need to might pick some locks. So it's not sleight of hand, but it's the Thieves Tools proficiency. So you can also use tool proficiencies, and I'm proficient with Thieves Tools. So I can add my proficiency bonus to checks with Thieves Tools. So yeah, I put this down. Thieves Tools. And so stealth, religion, Thieves Tools, and maybe also investigation is never a bad idea, or maybe perception to, nah, but it doesn't really fit in this case. Alright, I'll go with investigation. Alright, stealth, religion, Thieves Tools, and investigation. And the DC is of course 11, it's 10 plus threat. And as usual I need 5 successes before I got 3 failures. And I will be using the blue d20. Alright, so the first thing is stealth, which I got a +5, so I'm pretty confident. So I try to sneak into the safe house unseen, which is not that easy because it's early in the morning, early in the day, but the slums are not that highly frequented because they're not such a nice area of town and people usually avoid them. So I'll sneak into this basement complex. Yes, and I got a natural 13. Alright, so now religion. I need to identify and confirm that I'm actually in this cult safe house, and to see what I should do. So it is intelligence. I do not have any bonuses, so it's a normal roll. DC 11, and it's a failure. So according to my rules, I gotta do religion again until I pass. So I'm trying to find signs of this cult, of this demon worshipping. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me, it's a 4. Alright, so come on, please. I got a 50-50 chance. Ah, yes, 17. Ah, thank you. So I got my second success and I passed religion. Now it's Thieves Tools. And Thieves Tools, I'm using dexterity because I need fine manual dexterity to open open locks. So it's a +5 because dexterity plus proficiency bonus for Thieves Tools. So I'm getting out my Thieves Tools to sneak further into the complex. Oh, it's a 2. Alright, so, but as I am about to enter, so I fail the scene. Fail. So as I'm about to enter deeper into the complex, I hear noises and sounds and voices, and somebody, a smaller group, it seems, is coming. So I need to get out quick. So I managed to get out just in time, but I can indeed observe 2 cultists. Or I assume they're cultists because they're wearing these robes that I saw on the guy in the harbor district, and I can see their distinctive knives that they carry on their belts. So I can say that they're two cultists. They enter this complex, but I can't really see yeah, where exactly they continue into the complex, but I'm pretty sure that I'm at the right place. But like I said, I got out in the nick of time. All right, so I have, let's do bookkeeping, victory points. I still have 4. However, the enemy has 4 because I failed the scene. And now, but I'm doing, and clues, I spent 1. So now I only got 2 clues left of my metagaming currency. And now, because it was an action scene, I have to see if the enemy gets another victory point. So I got to roll higher than the combined number of investigation and action scenes. All right, so let's put down here an action scene so that I know what kind of scene this was. So let's underline it, makes it easier to see. All right, so we have a total investigation scene. Let's see, we got this one right here, investigation scene, conflict, investigation scene. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 investigation and 1 action, 5. So anything 1 till 5 on a d10, the enemy gets another victory point. No, thank God, no. 8. So he stays at 4 victory points, the enemy. All right, so I lost a clue. All right, I lost a clue. However, I learned some valuable insights, so that this is indeed a safe house. So what I will do now is I will I need to, or I want to initiate another action scene, because an action scene, it gives me an additional victory point. With what I have learned, I will choose action scene number 9. Bring in an outside authority or useful actor to oppose the foe. So what I will do now, I will actually report my findings to the temple, but also to the city guard, because the city guard, they came after my encounter with the sorcerer. So now I need to convince them that there's the need to act. So I try to bring in the temple and the city guard into this and point them in the direction of the safe house, and see how this goes. So that'll be another action scene. All right, let's say it took me 2 hours, so it's 11 o'clock now. 11, so it's another action scene. I put in parentheses, need to spend clue. And it is scene number 9, bring in an outside actor. All right, so I'm heading towards the temple. And while I'm doing this, let's check for a random event. I'm using my D20 Oracle Natural 5 or 15, and a random event occurs, just to spice things up a little. Let me check again. Yes, 5 and 15, random event. 19. All right, so no random event. So I arrive at the temple and I'll try to bring these guys into the thing. So I'm making I need to make a persuasion, of course. I need to make religion because they're, and I also need to make let's say performance, because I over exaggerate a little to give this a better sense of urgency. All right, so for the temple, now let's say I will just try to get the temple in onto my side, and I don't want to deal too much with the city guard, and maybe they're not such a competent authority on the subject, so it'll be religion, and it'll be persuasion, of course, and it'll be performance, because I'm over exaggerating and very vividly describing disturbing things that I saw. Persuasion and performance. All right, and again it is DC 11, and again I need 5 successes before 3 failures. So I report my findings to the temple. I start with religion to once again assure them that I know what I'm talking about and of my religious competence and my faith. And it's a natural 20. Yeah, natural 20. All right. I'm thinking about implementing a house rule, and this is, if I roll a natural 20, it'll count as 2 successes. However, should I roll a natural 1, it'll in return count as 2 failures. And I think this is a good rule to spice things up a little, so I will use it from this point on. So natural 20, 2 successes, natural 1, 2 failures in a skill challenge. So that'll be 2 successes. So they are really impressed by what I've learned about the subject and how I am able to connect the dots and put it in context with their religious beliefs. So persuasion should be piece of cake, +4. Ooh, it's a 5, almost a natural 1. But since this is not an oracle roll, no random event, but a failure. So I need to do persuasion again. Come on. Yes, 18. All right, so that's a success. Now performance. I'm over exaggerating a little, but I only have my charisma modifier to work with because I'm not proficient in performance. 3. It's a failure. All right, so now I need to up my odds a little. So I'm sensing that they're not really eager to get into this, and that they're reluctant, and they start to discuss it, that they need to inform the head of the order first before they can act. So I'm sensing that this is about to go south. So I think I might be able to get an advantage by making a generous donation of 8 gold coins. So I am down to 5. So I will donate 8 gold coins to the cause, to the temple. And by my rule, this will give me advantage. So, because this is my last chance before I fail the scene. Come on, performance. Yes, it's a 19. All right, so... Ooh, but now it's religion again. And I don't have... All right, so I'm down to 5. You know what? It's maybe it's a little cheating, but so I see that this donation, that this brightened their mood, and that they're so I'll donate 5 more gold. So I'm broke basically, but I'll buy myself another advantage on the last check. Yes, 13-13. Thank you. Ha! That was a very, very close one, and it cost me all my money, 13 gold pieces. So yeah, all right. So they will send somebody to investigate, and they will seal this sanctum, and they will post a guard there, so everything went as I anticipated and hoped. So time for some bookkeeping. So it was an action scene, so I have victory points. I get 5 for completing the scene. So I get 1 for completing the scene, so I'm at 5, and because it was an action scene, I get an additional victory point. So my victory point count is up to 6. However, the enemy is also strong at 4, and now I need to roll again. And now it's getting more difficult. As you can see, the enemy, he gains momentum the longer I need to solve this. And it is a 7. Oh no, I gotta see. Let's see. I think he doesn't get 1. Let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so no, he stays at 4 victory points. So it is 6-4, but I had to spend a clue, so I'm down to 1 clue. However, I could use my last clue for another action scene, but first take some notes. All right, so clerics from the temple. Temple will seal and what is it? The spoil and will seal and cleanse. The safe house and post guards. So this location, this safe haven, is not usable by them anymore. So I got 6 victory points, and they have 4. So if I spend my last clue and succeed at an action scene, I get 2 victory points. So I will be at 8. I need 10. However, an action scene, yeah, they will get another, probably also another victory point. But I could use conflict scenes to reduce them. The thing is that in the end, you subtract the enemy's victory points from your victory points, and depending on the difference, this tells you how successful you are overall in the grand context of things. So if it's just a marginal success, it might be that I'm able to save Leah, however the cult still operates and goes back into hiding and prepares to once again resurface at a later time. So you should also try to keep the enemy's victory points down. But this is all metagaming stuff that of course Kane Kellus has no idea about. So he wants to, of course, save his friend. So yeah, he's gonna make haste. So let's see. I will do another action scene and see what presents itself. Maybe I could roll for a scene. I could roll for a scene. Plunder resources necessary for the foe's plan. Either make a check of it. But I don't know what. You know what? I don't know. I feel like let's see, maybe let's roll. I feel like fighting, so there's an option here to face the foe's best warrior. Maybe I could 6. Destroy proof, evidence, or information necessary to the foe's plan. On a failure, face a fight. Yeah, all right. So yeah, we'll do that. All right. So you know what? Let's just say that I brought in the clerics from the temple, and they're at the safe house now, and we are discussing this whole thing, and they give me some important or some vital information, and they tell me that yeah, okay, that's a good one. They tell me that in order to complete a certain ritual to free Gamash, yeah, a certain book is needed, and they don't know exactly how many copies there are of this book, but there are not a lot of them, and they don't have a copy, but they know of an eccentric, private, wealthy collector that has one. And the temple, they tried a couple of times to acquire this book, but this collector, he was not willing to part with it. So they let it be, because they wouldn't take it by force, because they're, of course, clerics, but I might, so I will not have the financial resources to get this book, because the temple wasn't able to, but I might be able to to get my hands on this book by means of some more illicit activities. So yeah, that's a good one. So they point me into the direction of an eccentric collector, a wealthy collector living in a good part of town, in the Scholars District. The Scholars District, I think this might be here. Let me check a couple of these building names. Yeah. Or is it? No, library, Scholars Road. All right, so this is, yeah. All right. So that'll be the Scholars District. Here's a library, And this eccentric collector, he lives in a larger mansion in the Scholar District, not far from the library. But he is very proud of his private book collection. So, yeah. So, of course, now I have to wait till it's dark, because I need to get in there, and I might need some gear too. Yeah, so I'll use this time. So I'll acquire some gear. I will acquire a black hooded cloak. Yeah, black hooded cloak. All right, so acquire gear. So let's put it down. Get information. From clerics. About rare book. Needed for the ritual. All right, so 1 copy in possession. Of a wealthy private collector. Will not sell it. And I need to destroy it, or need to destroy it. I will steal it and give it to the temple. I can't purchase stuff because I don't have any money. All right, so yeah, I try to persuade the cleric to lend me some money, because yeah, I tell him I will try and acquire this book. However, as he knows, I made a large donation, so I'm a little light on funds. But in exchange, if he gives me some money, I will, if I acquire the book, donate it for free and give it to the temple. Yeah, that's a good one. So I don't need to roll a persuasion check for that, because that's a small price to pay for this rare book. So he'll give me a total of, let's say, it's not that few an amount. It'll actually be 3d10 gold pieces. Where is it? The blue one here. All right, because I need some gear. So yeah, all right. So it's 10 gold pieces. All right, so I get 10 gold pieces. I think this is a bad deal for the book, but hey. All right, so and now I need a grappling hook and rope. So that'll be no problem to acquire in Flan. Grappling hook plus rope. That's 1 slot. And I need a black hooded cloak. So the grappling hook and rope, that'll be, I'm not looking up any prices now because I don't want, that'll be 3 gold, so I got 7. And yeah, this cloak, black hooded cloak, it would be 1 gold, so I'm at 6. I already got my thieves' tools. What else do I need? Yeah, I'm also, do I need this? No, I'll grappling hook and rope and black-coated cloak and thieves' tools. That'll have to do. So, yeah, I make some purchases. And then I wait until the evening, when it's dark, and at 2200 hours I will do an action scene. 2200 to 10 p.m. action scene. And this will be destroy information or steal the book. Alright, so it'll be a D. Let's check if it's if there's a difficult increase. So that's 6. Destroy proof. On a failure, face a fight. Yeah, okay. So possible fight if I fail the skill challenge. So it's a DC 11. And I will need stealth, of course. I will need athletics because I'm climbing. I need to climb up there. And I will need stealth, athletics, and thieves' tools to get in. And I will need religion to find the correct book. Alright, so this is also when I set up the skill challenge, I try to imagine in my head, if I would play this, how this would go. So, and this is how I determine the skill. So I need to sneak up there and get into position so that nobody sees me. And also this is for the entire challenge. Then I need to climb up. Once I'm on the roof, or I need to open a window, or maybe maybe some trapdoor on the roof. So I need my thieves' tools. And then inside I need to find the right book and to identify and to recognize it. So this is how I came up with these skills. So I will imagine how this event actually, or how this scene would play out. So now we once again need our 5 successes, 3 failures, and I hope I'm not rolling a natural 1. So, and this is my my last clue that I spending. And if I'm successful, I will be at 8 victory points. And if I fail, I have to face a fight. Alright, so let's go. Yeah, stealth. It is dexterity based. I'm confident. $19, yeah. So that is an easy success, but not a natural 20. Athletics, it's strength based. Damn. And I do not have a strength bonus, but I have acrobatics, but that's not useful here. So yeah, just a normal roll. Oh wait, let's say because of the climbing grappling hook, I'll give myself a +2 bonus. So that's not as good as advantage, but it'll be a +2 because of the climbing gear. 13, alright, would have made it anyways. Yeah, alright, so I managed to climb up those thieves' tools. Get in there. +5. $10 + 5. That is enough. Thieves' tools. Alright, so I'm in, I'm sneaky, I'm silent. Let's see if I can find the book. Religion. $14, yeah. All right, so I got the book, and now I need to get out quietly. It's another stealth check. I have a good feeling about this. Oh, damn. Failure. First failure. However, thank God. Now I do not need to, I can't roll a 1, otherwise it will be all down the drain. So I failed stealth, so as good as do stealth again. +5. Oh, 14. Whew. So this rule with natural 1 counting as 2 failures actually adds quite a lot of tension to this thing, because if I would have rolled a 1, it would be all for nothing again. So, but I'm successful, meaning I do not face a fight, I win the scene. So I manage to steal the book and get out. And as promised, I'll deliver it to the temple. Alright, so bookkeeping. I am victory points. I am at 8 because I get 1 for winning the scene and another 1 because it's an action scene. So I'm at 8 victory points. So the enemy, now let's see. The enemy is actually at the moment at 4, but I got a bad feeling about this because now I have so many action and investigation scenes that the enemy will probably gain. Yeah, I rolled a 1, so the enemy gains a victory point as well. But this is also logical because it's now already evening and it's been 2 days since Leah was abducted, and maybe they have to wait for the right constellation, but probably they don't have to wait forever. So if I don't get her quick, she might meet her end and end up as a human sacrifice. So clues, I got 0 clues because I spended them all. Clues 0. But this is actually a pretty good situation. I'm at 8 victory points, the enemy at 5. I have no more clues. Alright, so I could do a conflict scene, which gives me a point and reduces the enemy points. And because it's a conflict scene, I do not need to roll if the enemy, if they gain point. Alright, so so I will end this session here. So not much combat today, only a couple of skill challenges. I hope you still had fun and maybe you got some ideas how you would run such an urban-based city adventure. It is pretty mechanic, I have to admit this, but I'm still enjoying it because in my head I'm in the scene, in the adventure, in the situation, and I can imagine these things clearly. I don't know if that's true for you too, but I do enjoy this. It's a nice change of pace. So that will be it for today's session. And thanks for watching. And if you haven't done so, please do subscribe. It costs you nothing. It brightens my day. And it would be a very nice Christmas present for me if I manage to get up to 300 subscribers by Christmas. And so, please do subscribe and tune in again when I play my next session. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is where you are. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.